foil jacket on, you know, he's got the foil pit. He's doing push-ups with a bike on his back.
Oh, God.
He's getting ready for this thing, dude. So jumping that gate, that was pure legit on Harrison's part.
Who just grabbed the whole shot, Stu?
I'm pretty sure we've got Heath back out front. It looks like it's definitely a Honda with blue gear.
I think that's him, dude.
It is, and so that was no disadvantage there. They should have just let it go on at this point.
Yeah, we're right back where we were. He has the whole shot. I think he's whole shot every moto he's been in this week. It has been unbelievable.
Dude,
Yes.
on Mike Alessi, nonetheless. I mean, he's
Great
beating
point.
Mike Alessi off the line.
Wait a minute. You just blew my mind. So we had a guy who was just killing hole shots to the point where he had to stop the race because his hole shot was so big. Mike Alessi is another guy in that race. It's not Mike Alessi. That's incredible. But I'll tell you what, Mike Alessi, I believe, has taken the lead now from Harrison. So good job, Mike Alessi. Yep, Mike Alessi in the #1 spot. There's Harrison drifting back to second. Alessi looking for this Junior 25+ title. This is the one where he's battling Cole Martinez, former Supercross racer, now an off-road racer on the West Coast with the factory Honda SLR team. And he was able to get Alessi for the first moto win. So this is what Mike Alessi does. He gets up front and he sprints.
Yeah, and I believe that might be, that is him sitting in the third place.
Okay.
So this is the race we want to see. These top three guys all together. This is the race that we're going to want to see for this championship. And Cole Martinez, obviously a very decorated background. I think we're going to see him come to life here as the race wears on.
Yeah, nowadays, again, a desert racer, so he's used to the long events, but he was a Supercross main event guy, I'm going to say 7 or 8 years ago, so it's not like he doesn't know how to go fast at the beginning of races either. But this is absolutely the specialty of Mike Alessi. Always has been back in his record days here at Loretta's as an amateur, then into the pro ranks. It's not just the whole shots, it's how good he is early in the race. So, yep, you're right, it is Martinez third. Brandon Haas is fourth. Jacob Baumer fifth. Jimmy Albertson sixth. Luke Vonlinger, Forest Player, John Borello, and Bryce Klippel. That is your top 10. There was John Borello and Klippel just coming around the billboard turn.
Hey, real quick, we got a quick announcement to make. We got a black Jeep Wrangler that is parked over across in the spectator parking area. Black Jeep Wrangler. You're kind of parked illegally, and not only that, you're blocking someone in. So if you've got the black Jeep Wrangler over there across from the trash compactors, please go move it. We've got a family emergency going on, and some folks need to get out and need to get out ASAP.
Oh, I'm going for one. Okay. Yeah, thanks. We got pickles up here in the tower. It's just for the throat, I swear. Hang on, I cannot get it. There we go. Yeah, everybody's supposed to have somebody come in here. It keeps the vocal cords open. Battle continues as Michael Alessi. Ooh, a couple of mistakes there. Harrison keeping it close. Martinez keeping it close. Top three, all Hondas in this Junior 25+. And Harrison has actually figured it out. He got passed by Alessi. Alessi started to get away. Stu Baylor up here with us, and look, Harrison's closing back up.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason he's got that #1 plate on his bike, and obviously he's a very, very good rider. Now he's also the off-road team manager for these Honda guys. So I really didn't expect to see him doing as well up against guys like Mike Alessi and Cole Martinez. I feel like last year it was a little bit easier for him, but the guy is showing that doesn't matter. He can work a full-time job, still show up here and race with the best.
Man, that's impressive. He did say, he gives a shout out to David Eller, the team owner there at Phoenix Honda, for pushing him to get in riding and training, not saying, you're not supposed to be doing this. Your job is to keep the bikes and get them ready for everybody else. So many different backgrounds in this 25+, with Alessi leading Harrison and Martinez. Jacob Baumert, former pro, is in fourth. And Brandon Haas, who we have leading one of the older age divisions, I think the 30+, is fifth right now in 25+. Here we go in the 10 Commandments. Harrison not letting Alessi go, and now we're seeing the charge from Martinez.
Yeah, and you see Martinez just running a little bit different line. Something I've noticed with this track is the outsides are a little bit slow, the insides are really rough, and the fast line seems to be somewhere in the middle. Even in the sand sections, the track's breaking down really, really deep on the outside, but being the off-road guy I say a little bit loosely, because obviously he came from a moto background, but with the time that he spent in off-road, I think that he's kind of looking around the track a little bit more, and he's finding different fast lines. And you can see he's just a little bit inside on exits, a little bit outside on entry, chasing the track and making it ride a little easier.
See how they played it in the sand here. Martinez coming in hot, and he's almost to the rear wheel now of Heath Harrison. We got Mikey Waynes up here with us right now. You guys go way back on the GNCC side.
Man.
Yep.
You know, it's funny. Megawatt looks at me and he goes, "Hey, your buddy's up there calling the race. Get up there with him. You know Stu real well." And I look at our leaderboard and it's Honda, 1, 2, 3. And now I'm wondering why Megawatt's not in here. I mean, it's red out front. And he wants to watch. Now I know
There's a
answer.
lot. Look at this. More Hondas battling. Luke Vollinger made a mistake, and he got tagged. Is that Jimmy Albertson? That's actually a gas. Top Jimmy there, bumping into the back of Vollinger. He's gone down. Jimmy's on a 2-stroke, of course. And trying to figure out who that is. He's looking to get by him. Oh, that might be Dakota Kessler. Dakota Kessler back here at the ranch. It's Mickey Kessler's son. Mickey Kessler, former pro and factory rider back in the 70s, 80s, and that's his son Dakota. That's how funny it is. Now the sons are in what are considered vet classes. So Dakota putting on a charge, battling now with Albertson. That's what you're watching on your screen. And that is just inside the top 10. I'm going to say that's 9th and 10th. Yeah, there's Dakota on the 49. And shout out everybody at Englishtown. That's Dakota's track in Dakota's home track in New Jersey. We'll have the Kawasaki Race of Champions, as always, coming up in late September, early October. We had Rich Trevelise, the track operator, up here hanging out with us yesterday. Kawasaki Race of Champions. That event been going on in New Jersey for about 40 years. Check it out. Also ran an area qualifier this year for Loretta's, so that's one of the tracks been around on this Loretta's road for a long, long time. Good to see some other riders here on screen. Nothing changing up front. Still Alessi, Harrison, Martinez. How many laps, how many minutes are going to click off before we get that charge from Martinez? He was able to get Alessi in the second half of Moto 1. Not sure what's going to happen here in Moto 2.
If you look, well, here we've got it on screen. So still running order seems to be the same. And you've got to think right now is the time that we saw in Moto 1. Obviously, I was watching you guys.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Glad to know. Keeping us on our toes.
Sitting in the equipment, pushing dirt, and watching and listening the first half this week. But it looks like Cole's kind of settling in, running some different lines, trying to figure out where he's going to strike. If you look, he's kind of lowered that intensity. He's settling in just for a second, just before he can raise it and go to the front. But he better watch out. There are some guys coming in from behind.
Yeah, Jacob Baumert. Yeah, he's got to get on his horse. Baumert has closed the gap. You saw him in 4th on a 76. Baumert always backed by Crosley radios. Always got a unique look. Black plastic with the logos on that bike. He's in contention here as well. I believe he battled Harrison for this title a year ago, so a bit of a rematch. Now with Alessi and Martinez thrown in the mix as well. Alessi just threw a 157.3 down. That's faster than second and third place, but Baumert has the fastest lap of the moto, so things are happening quickly. Baumert continues to close. This is good stuff. Now, yep, you called it, Stu Baylor. Martinez wants to go.
Yeah, I saw the intensity just drop.
There it is.
For a brief time, and I think he was just relaxing, trying to find some different lines on the track that would work in his favor, and now he's trying to use it to his advantage. And now we see everything tightening up quick.
Because the 4th place rider has the fastest lap, Jacob Baumert. The 3rd place rider has just taken over second now. And Harrison's trying to come back on Martinez, get second back, Mikey Waynes.
Yeah, Heath Harrison is, you know what we saw earlier this week, he led all 4 in the pro class, junior 25. I thought he was going to come out. I thought, man, he just might wax these guys, but obviously very deep class. But yeah, Heath Harrison doesn't want to relinquish that and just let him run away with it. Cole Martinez, though, turning it on here, getting into his groove.
And he is close enough to see Alessi, the leader. Yeah, we're about to see that charge. You saw it developing there, Stu.
Yeah, he's been on a little bit different line. I think trying some things out. The track's riding a little bit differently today than it has in the previous days. A little harder in places, and I think some of the track's holding up a little bit better, which gives an opportunity to run some different lines.
All right, let's look at the lap time. There it was, 156.8 for Martinez, 157.7 for Alessi. So Martinez almost a second up on him there, and he had to pass Harrison while doing it. So he's on the gas on the SLR Honda.
Yeah, and you've got to think wherever he made the pass on Harrison, most likely he's got that up his sleeve for whenever he can close the gap on Alessi. He's definitely been on some different lines throughout the race, and I think towards the end of this race he'll obviously get stronger the same way that he did in Moto 1.
Yeah, we talk a lot about, like, okay, you know, if you're trying to hold your spot, you can ride defensively. The way these ruts are and how wide this track has gotten, you really can't ride defensive. I mean, you just pick a rut the other guy isn't in. There's nothing he can do about it.
Yeah, it's really tough because there are a few ruts that are much better, but when you're looking at 16 ruts,
yeah,
which one is it?
Yeah, good luck. Exactly. We keep saying it's the lesser of all evils. They're all bad. Which is the least bad? That's all you can hope for. They're all rough. They've all got hooks and bumps. Harrison's still hanging in there, Mikey.
Yeah, he's hanging on to him. He got done doing his 25 sets, set of 25 with 3:15 on the bar at the bench this morning. He's dialed. He's good.
Yeah, there's Harrison with the handguards. There is fourth place Baumert. Brandon Haas doing a good job back there in fifth. His real focus is to try to win the 30-plus class, where he's sitting on 1-1 moto scores. Back to our leader, Mike Alessi. Can he hang on? Alessi, one of the all-time greats here at Loretta's as a pure amateur. He's tied with Adam Cianciarulo, who we just had here in the booth, and also James Stewart. They are tied for the most in the youth divisions. And then Kevin Walker, who you got to talk to on the podium just about an hour ago, is the all-time leader in titles at the ranch. I got a feeling that Mike would love to start moving up on that Kevin Walker title record. I think he would have to win 3 or 4 more to get to him, but Cole Martinez not making it easy. Mike Alessi's return to the ranch this year. Martinez got him in Moto 1. We could be looking at a 1-2-2-1 going into Moto 3. Oh, still 8 minutes to go.
As I was just looking at, we're about 12 minutes into it, and Cole Martinez has really just been setting himself up here, and just kind of he got the axe out and he's chipping away and inching toward him. Last time he checked in, it was just under a 2-second gap. So we'll see here in about a minute what we're looking at when Alessi checks in.
Yeah, he's only 0.3 quicker than Alessi that time, so he's still going faster than him, but he's not taking out the huge chunks that he did the previous lap. High drama right here at the ranch. You knew Alessi would be good. Now, it's crazy to think that it's been 18 years since Alessi raced here, but he knows the drill of Loretta's as well as anyone. But Cole Martinez has been a real player both in pro sport and here in 25 plus. Can he reel Alessi in? There's Alessi, there's Martinez. They stretched it on Harrison a little bit. They pulled back away from Baumert.
It looks like they're getting closer from the 2-second gap.
We got some guests coming up into the tower after this. Just a cavalcade of guests. We had Adam Cianciarulo. We have Stu Baylor, your national enduro champion, up here. And then I see hanging out just outside of our... No, you're good. We're going to keep you to the end of the moto. You're too good at this, Big Stu. Don't worry.
Hey, I'm coming after your job, Leach. I've been watching you since I was a kid.
That's true. Every once in a while our paths cross.
I know. It was kind of funny. You said your boy was here, Mikey. I mean, Mikey's kind of new to this game. I think I spent a lot more time
with you. The youth podiums back when I did youth podiums,
there you go.
like you're doing now, it was the Baylor brothers.
It was. I mean, I've got photos going back to from the time I was 8 to about 13.
But what would shock the GNCC Nation, the old Stu Baylor podium speeches as a really young lad, not the current. Not the current. He was a very polite,
was it a lot like
young
Caleb
man.
Wood? No. Oh, no, it was the opposite. You were a nice guy.
Exact opposite. I was the nice guy.
His answer to everything was yes, sir. No, sir.
Yes, sir.
This guy.
Oh, wow.
Can you believe that? And I'll tell you when it changed. You won the youth overall title. Oh, we got a battle on our hands. Martinez is there. That happened in a hurry. Let's get back to this.
They said we just got to distract those guys in the tower, and then we'll go to work.
1.4 seconds has been eaten up in just a matter of corners, and Martinez is right there.
Alessi had a little mistake back there, and there you go. Cole Martinez taking the long way around. Not enough. Mike Alessi, good job shutting the door on him, at least for the moment.
Yeah, like I said, it's not easy to do that on this track, but that was a section where you could come across the line. Look at Alessi going as wide as he can to prevent Martinez from getting through. Here we go. Well, yeah, it was 1.4 when they came through the finish line, and now it is wheel to wheel. Big power move around the outside by Martinez. Look out! They almost came together. Alessi now looking back at him.
Hey, they might have.
I think we changed the camera just a little bit.
That's it.
I think that was a look back of respect, like, hey man, sorry about that. But yeah, that was that was a power move. I mean, those outside line passes.
And Harrison is still in the picture, you'll see, as well at times. Could be a 3-rider battle. There's Harrison on the inside of that run. And 2 to go. This is going to be quite a duel down to the end. Alessi, Martinez, Harrison.
And lappers.
Going to be wild. Mikey Wayne's going to grab the podium in this one because we got some more guests we'll bring up to the tower after this. But myself, Jason Wygant, and Stu Baylor will call this one all the way to the end. 3-rider shootout. Oh, a little mistake in that mechanics corner for Martinez. That is some relief for the moment for Alessi.
I don't know if we can call that quite relief, but it's not the pressure that he was under.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look at all 3 of these guys still with 2 laps to go in the same turn, and nobody has lifted. I mean, the intensity I don't think has dropped. Their lap times have slowed down just a little bit, but I think that has to do with the lappers as well. But if you look, the fastest last lap still came from the 4th place ride, and he's actually sitting still right there on the rear wheel of Heath Harrison. So we've got 4 riders within 2.5 seconds at this point.
Jacob Baumert, 4th. He has had speed in bursts. Martinez has to go back to work. And Martinez has to go back to work. And I am seeing now what you're seeing. He's kind of making up some lines. He'll go in spots where there aren't ruts or cut across, which most riders are not doing.
Yeah, I think he's just riding a little bit different track, riding some shallower ruts and trying to find a little bit smoother line from time to time.
He got it. And cuts down from outside to in. And hey, maybe it's the desert racing experience. He just puts the hammer down in that sand, gets back on the motorcycle. He almost got Alessi the previous lap. This time he gets it done. And the white flag is about to come out, and Martinez has overhauled Alessi again. Can Mike fight back? He's trying down on the inside.
At this point, obviously the lappers still could play an effect in how this race would go this last lap, but the lappers seem pretty spread out. So that's not one of the things that I'm looking to change this one. I think Martinez rode a really good race from start to finish, and I think and there's a little bit more breathing room for him. Oh, that's the old Brownie line going up over that breaking bump we saw him break out a few years ago. So Martinez just found another gear as soon as he passed for the lead.
And I saw Alessi almost go over the bars.
Oh, and look at the battle for third place.
Baumert, we saw the lap times. He was catching Harrison again. This has been a wild moto. Sometimes Harrison's the fastest guy. Sometimes Martinez. Sometimes Alessi. Sometimes Baumert. But right now, Martinez is looking at a 1-1. Baumert's looking at 3rd place.
And Alessi is less than a second in front of these guys. So he better not let up one bit. Look at all 4 of these guys in the same picture on the last lap.
Yeah.
This is a great race, almost as good as the Pro Sport race.
Yeah, this 25-plus class, great duel. But as quickly as Baumert got there, he loses ground again. Again, I'm going to say this has to be lines, where guys make up huge chunks and then lose huge chunks. There's just a line choice. Pick your poison out here. Like we said, they're all bad. Not one of these ruts is perfect.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing with the lines is what Martinez has basically prevented himself from doing. While he was sitting in 2nd and 3rd place, he was trying different lines, finding the ones that were slower, finding the ones that were fast, and he didn't make mistakes and go into a corner and basically butcher it. So I think there's 3 turns out here that a lot of guys are struggling with around the Commandments area, and if you mess up any one of those turns, it's almost worth a second.
Yeah, well, remember, he was 1.4 off of Alessi and then suddenly was on his rear wheel. So that's how quickly it can happen with just line choice not getting buried in those ruts. Martinez now 2 turns away. Got the lead from Alessi with just over a lap to go and should be looking at a 1-1 going into the final moto. What a ride for the SLR Monster Energy Honda rider, Cole Martinez. A great battle. Alessi's going to end up 2nd, Harrison 3rd. And Jacob Baumert, who actually had the fastest lap of that moto, will end up a close 4th. Only about 4 seconds between our top 4 at the end. And Brandon Haas looking for 5th. Been a great week for Haas. He's out front with 2 moto wins in the 30-plus class, the owner of Club MX. Luke Vollinger had a couple mistakes we saw, but he held on for 6th. Jimmy Albertson and Dakota Kessler have battled the entire way, 7th and 8th. Brock Peterson, who is battling Haas for the 30-plus title, is 9th in this moto. And Forest Player, he was a player in 10th. You can call you Forest Player. That could be his name. That's what Stu Baylor does. Tree Dodger.
Something like that.
Tree Dodger. We will get to the podium here. Stu Baylor, thanks for stopping by. I didn't realize you were paying attention to this degree, watching Racer TV back at home before you got here, keeping us on our toes, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some guys out here, and obviously, like this guy right here, we've got an off-road guy doing very well, so it's a good way to pass time and enjoyable.
Yeah, the Shoals, that's your place, right?
It is.
Yep. You get a moto win? Somebody have a moto win earlier in the week? I think
yeah,
so. Yep.
Dawson Cobb, who's coming up this next moto, one of my kids, and he's doing great this week.
Awesome. All right, thanks for stopping by, Stu. And this was good times, one of the best motos we've seen so far this week. And if you see, I think that's
2. Number 2, that's you. Number 2 is you.
And if you see Stu walking around, say hi. He's always up for a good time.
How you doing?
Yeah.
He likes to party, right?
No comment. No comment.
He's professional grade.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, yeah, see you at the beer tent tonight.
All right, you boys ready for they're up there talking parties. We got to be talking about Cole Martinez. You're ready to party, man. Going 1-1 to start things off. You were patient in this one until patience. I'm done with it. I'm going for it. You went out there and grabbed that P1 away from Michael Lessie.
Yeah, those two were out front going pretty good at the beginning. I just didn't want to blow it right at the first few laps, especially with that restart. I knew heart rates were going to be high and wasn't sure these guys were going to be able to recover so good. So definitely was a little patient, and Heath got Heath, and then went after Mike. He played a little cat mouse, and then made the pass. And I knew he was going to try and get me back, so I gave her the beans the last lap or so, and it worked out.
Gave her the beans. Nailed it, dude. Hey, Cole Martinez, congratulations to you. 1-1 to start things out for you. Where's your head at as you head into the rest of what's left of this week?
Try and keep ripping these starts and stay up front. We have pros. I guess we have 25 plus next, so I guess try and get up front again on that. And we're going into pro sport in second, so try and put my best motor together in that as well.
Hey, enjoy this one for the moment. You'll be back to work. I know you don't do it alone, man. Who you want to thank?
Oh, the whole Monster Energy, Skechers, SLR, Honda team, Twisted Development, Fly, Dunlop, my wife, my dad. Man, there's so many great people. Carlos, Sean, Mark. The good Lord. I mean, we're just blessed to be out here, so.
He's rolling. Make some noise. First place finisher, Cole Martinez. Good work. All right. Mike Alessi, come on up, man. Mike Alessi, he got his eyes on the track. I'm ready for you. You're good. Mike Alessi, I'm going to give you this. Go ahead and throw that on right here. Mike, hey, pretty good start for you. Running out front. Talk to us about that battle with Cole Martinez.
Yeah, first and foremost, just want to thank the Hoosier Tires. They were definitely hooking up. We made some changes between Moto 1 and Moto 2. Race Tech stepped up and made the suspension a little bit better. I was happy about that. Didn't get the whole shot, which is weird. I'm 0 for 3 right now, which is kind of odd for me, but we're going to try to figure it out. I just want to thank my mechanic for doing such a great job. I want to thank Ian Payne from Vivid and Smart Top Moto Concept, Mike Genova. He believes in me like a son and like I'm his kid, so it's pretty cool to have Mike Genova's support. I just want to thank Gear CBD, UFO Gear, Sheds Galore, Brendan. I want to thank Hammer. These guys have been a lifesaver in this kind of heat right now. This has been it's been a lifesaver because it's warm this week for sure. So I just want to thank Doug Wilson, Silverback Racing, Bobby Hitz, Blenzall Oil, my mom and dad, and basically everybody that's helping me right now. My wife has been such a huge support. Having my daughters here, being back after 18 years, it's pretty cool. And we've been having fun, enjoying it. And I feel like I'm missing a few more sponsors. Oakley, big sponsor, Oakley. Got to thank them. Hooking me up with goggles this week, a good sponsorship. Liette boots, helmets, Risk Racing, the filters, these skins that I wear on my palms so I don't get blisters, because as you get older, I'm almost 35 years old, so I get blisters. So thanks to all the fans for coming out this week and enduring this heat. You guys are the backbone of this sport, so thank you.
There you go. All business right there. Second place finisher, Mike Alessi. All right, Heath Harrison going to make his way up here. I got a bronze medal for him. I got another Hole Shot Award. You guys heard Mike Alessi. Man, I got to figure out what's going on here. Come on up, Heath Harrison. I'm going to hand you your Stasic Hole Shot Award first, and then I'm going to hand you this bronze P3 medal. Throw that over the neck, man, and we're going to powwow. Heath Harrison, we've been going back and forth all week, and now everybody watching on Racer TV is going, Mikey Waynes, you never looked like Heath Harrison.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day I can look like you with the dad bod. I got a little girl now, so it's cool to win these Stasic Hole Shots Award. And I actually told her before that moto, I said, I'm going to go win you another Stasic. So this is cool. I just got to give up my whole family for coming out, all my friends that make it out. David Eller for doing everything he does for this whole industry. And a lot of the guys that came out and helped rebuild the rancher here. So this one's for you guys. And yeah, obviously everybody wants to win, but it's cool. It's a Honda podium and sweep. So yeah, it's cool to hang out with the whole Ride Red crew this week and just enjoy it and take it all in, and I'm stoked, man.
I love that, man. Hey, you pretty much said it all right there. Anything else you wanted to add to that?
That's about it. We got a day off tomorrow, so we'll rest up, and then I think we're Moto 1 Saturday, so it'd be nice and cool again, and see if we can rip another hole shot, pick us up another bicycle, and see where it happens.
Hey, keep it up, man. Just stay a dad for a while. The dad bod will come. I promise you. Don't worry about that. Keep having fun. There you go. Third place finisher and Stasic Hole Shot Award receiver, Heath Harrison. We'll throw it back up.